And in a matter of hours, migrants who have sought asylum will be allowed into the United States, many of them waiting years for this day. My co-anchor, as you see, Stephanie Valle, took a tour of the facility and joins us live now. Stephanie, what's the latest there?
Well, Eric, I'm at the Casa de Refugiado, which is a migrant shelter run by the Annunciation House. Now, we're being asked not to disclose the address or even the side of town where this shelter is for the migrants' safety, but we can show you inside. As you can see, we are here in the area where all of the migrants will be sleeping. It is a very large area, not just because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but also because this shelter was once used to house hundreds more migrants than we will see come tomorrow. Now, here's a look at how it looks inside. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the first stop is the large outdoor sanitation station where the migrants will be able to use the restroom, wash their hands, or shower. There's a socially distanced eating area, and the sleeping area, as you saw, is spaced out as well. The migrants will be screened for COVID before they leave Juarez. If they do test positive, they will stay in Juarez until they test negative. County Judge Ricardo Samaniego joined Ruben Garcia with the Annunciation House and Melissa Lopez with the Diocesan Migrant Services for today's news conference. Samaniego says what we're seeing is a productive working relationship between the migrant advocates and governmental agencies. Samaniego said they have all been planning for migrant entry for 2 years.
I think we should welcome and embrace the fact that we know how to do this. It's probably one of the most humanitarian things that we could possibly do.
And the only migrants who will be allowed into the United States through El Paso come tomorrow are those who have active cases in the migrant protection protocols or remain in Mexico policy, Eric.
And Stephanie, the Biden administration estimates that 25,000 asylum seekers have active cases under the Remain in Mexico policy. The migrant protection protocols were implemented back in January of 2019. It was implemented under the Trump administration in an effort to stem border crossings. But instead of it going down, that year is when we saw the surge along the U.S.-Mexico border, primarily in El Paso. If you remember, this is when shelters here in El Paso were bursting at the seams. We saw tents erected underneath the El Paso ports of entry, as well as makeshift shelters in different areas of the borderland. And take a look at this graph that you see right here. The orange line is the one that represents in 2019. And as at its peak, which you can see right there, there were more than 144,000 encounters along the border. It started going down in the summer months after that. The blue line, though, is where we stand right now here in 2021. It's still higher than where we were in January of 2019 with more than 78,000 encounters at the border just last month.